What's going on, everybody? Welcome to LVN EATS World. I'm Logan. We got Dylan behind the camera, and today we are in South Philadelphia on Oregon Avenue checking out the appropriately named Oregon Steaks. Now, when you're this far deep in Philadelphia, that's when you start finding your long-standing staples, places with a lot of history, your mom and pop shops. You guys know the deal. But despite this throwback exterior behind me, this is actually not the case for Oregon Steaks. It was established in 2014, making it the youngest place on our list so far. Now, in terms of location, you really can't ask for a better spot. Oregon's is only located a couple blocks north of all the stadiums, so by riding that and by sticking to the formula set forth by those before it, a nice roll, the cheese whiz, open 24 hours a day, Oregon has quickly developed as a good hotspot to come to after a nice game. Do they have the ability to pleasantly surprise us like the other newcomers on this show and prove their worth? We're going to go find that out. But before we do that, let's go see what the people have to say. Follow me. All right, guys, before we go any further ahead, we actually ate the cheesesteak first before we did anything else because some of the locals were a little camera shy. After we ate, the owner of Oregon's was kind enough to give us an interview and answer some of our questions. Along with that, he also gave us a free hoodie and hat, and we thought the least we could do was wear it during the interview. We are unbelievably grateful for the kindness of Oregon's, but just wanted to clarify that we are in no way sponsored and that this was indeed done after we had already ate. Thank you guys for your understanding, and let's move on with this video. All right, we're here with Anthony, the owner, right now. Anthony, now you guys have only been around since 2014, correct?
2014, 6 years in business.
What have you guys done? Obviously there's a lot of other places, mom and pop shops that have been around, a lot of history, community staples. What have you guys done to separate yourself from the competition?
Our meat's fresh. We cook everything per order. We don't keep nothing on the back grill. Everything comes from the front. It's cooked fresh. We don't keep nothing sitting pre-cooked. When it sits pre-cooked, the meat gets tough. Our meat's unbelievable. If you taste this, it melts in your mouth. Ain't number one. Would you like to taste one?
I already had one. It was really good. It was really good. We already had it. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
The texture always good bread. And the thing is with the whiz, you got to put it with the whiz on there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the whiz on there.
So whenever someone leaves Oregon's, how do you want to be remembered?
We want them to think they're the best steak in Philadelphia, the best steak you could ever eat.
It is
number one.
It is the best steak in Philadelphia for sure?
Best steak for sure. Nobody even close.
You heard it here first.
Nobody even a close second.
You heard it from Anthony, the owner. Best steak in Philadelphia, right here on Oregon Avenue at Oregon Steaks. All right, guys, we did it here at Oregon Steaks. Finally got ourselves in our hands a cheesesteak. Let's unwrap it real quick just to see how she looks. All right, it's not seated. All right, right off the bat, definitely a lot of substance to this right here. I like the, I can tell she's a little greasy just looking at the paper, but the roll is all in all like not too soggy or anything like that. I remember last week when we were at Max's, this whole like middle part was like sunken down just because of all the cheese and grease and everything like that. So it's nice to see that, the bread's still intact. I'm really all about that. Open her up real quick. Ooh. Looks like here we got chopped, which is unique. Only other place we've been to with chopped so far is Gino's. So before, you guys know the deal, before we actually have a piece of the cheesesteak, a bite of the cheesesteak, to try the meat out on its own. That's pretty solid. I'm gonna get one with a little more cheese whiz. Oh, solid. In terms of, it being sliced, I think it's easy. Again, I made this mistake at Gino's, trying to overrate the sliced piece just because, your portion of your steak is so big. But I really did enjoy that piece of steak. I don't think it's on JRP's level. I think I liked Jimmy G's piece of steak a little bit more, just because I feel like that was a little bit more sizzly. But I think this is still pretty solid. Definitely a step up from what we saw last week and a lot of other places. So I'm willing to say the piece of steak was really good. But obviously, you guys know the cheesesteak is more than just a steak. We gotta test the roll. We gotta test the cheese, which is why I'm gonna shut up and have a bite, and I'll tell you guys how she is. So I think the way I'm gonna describe this place, I'll spit all over the place. The way I would describe this place, I think if Pat's and Gino's had a kid, it would be Oregon Steaks. Let me tell you why. I don't think the cheese was anything like, to die for. We'll just get that out of the way. I think that's kind of a common theme throughout this whole thing. I like the bread though, and I say that this is kind of the child of Pat's and Geno's. I say that because I think this packs like that Geno's punch with the slice and everything like that. But I think this roll is far better than anything Geno's ever put out. I think the roll is really comparable to what we saw at Pat's. So that's why I say, this is kind of their child. That was really solid though, guys. And in terms of, obviously it doesn't have like the same hype as that rivalry right there and, on 9th Street, but I really enjoyed it. Considering I only found out about this place about 4 days ago. And it's all by chance, just looking at different articles and everything like that. I really, really enjoyed the steak for what it's worth. I don't think it's the best one we've had so far. But if I had to do it in terms of review, in terms of stars, I'm gonna give it a light 4. And I'm gonna put it a hair behind Jimmy G's, which means that it's gonna take the number 3 spot on our list. But definitely, if you guys are ever in Philadelphia, if you're ever at an Eagles game, a Phillies game, whatever, Sixers, Flyers, and you need a bite before or afterwards, definitely check this place out. This place is on the come up for real. Really enjoying it. All right, guys. Well, if you can't tell from my outfit, obviously a lot has changed from when we started doing the intro and everything like that. That's going to wrap it up for a review of Oregon Steaks. We still got a long way to go. I'm just sorry, guys. I'm just really worked up from this whole thing. Absolutely phenomenal experience at Oregon Steaks. If you're ever at an Eagles game, Phillies game, and you need a good bite before or afterwards, come check this place out. It's going to be well worth your time. Still got a long way to go on this journey, though, so make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button, clicking the bell, putting on the push notifications, liking the video, because I would really like to know, because what they did today, undefeated. Thank you guys so much for watching LVN EATS WORLD. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys next week. Everybody knows a little place like Kokomo. Now if you wanna go and get away from it all,